Pile of wood. It is day, what are we on, 6? Day 6. So I was here for 4 days at my brother's cutting firewood. Last week, yesterday, I cut trees all day long. Today I'm gonna cut probably for 2-3 hours, cut a couple tanks, and I'm gonna start processing. There's 2 loads back there that we started at. There's 2 loads right here. And we're gonna walk and show you where he's been dumping the wood. This is mostly ash we've been cutting. You guys have been watching that, I'm sure, at least you should have been. And he's just replenishing his supply. So this is stuff he's burning this year, and then he's got probably a little more than a full cord stacked in front of the, probably a cord and a half, in front of his shed, and then his shed is full. And as you can see, his wood burner going there. And he dumped, what does he got here? This is all the small stuff he cut while I was gone. All the crooked and limmy stuff, he just cut it. And he's not even going to split this stuff. It's pretty dry already, so he's just going to leave it like that. There's a few bigger ones he'll eventually split. So, let's see, there's 1, 2, there's 3 loads here, another load here, and this is stuff he got somewhere else. It's not stuff we cut. So, we had 4 over there, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're up to 8. Yeah, 8 loads. That's what we got cut so far. And each load is a little more than a full cord and a third. Probably close to like a cord and a half is what we're getting in each load if we really heap it up. So a cord and a half times 8, 12 full cords. Does that sound right? Something like that. So yeah, we got snow last night, and it's supposed to snow again starting like at 2 o'clock today. It's about 8 in the morning right now. We're gonna head over and get back to work. Alright, so I cut the 3 nice sticks here, the good ones, and then I got up into the tops here. And those of you that cut a lot, you know what this is. It's a guy getting cocky. I cut these off, I sheared these off so they go through the processor. And you gotta watch, you know, how you're cutting so it doesn't, the tension's not gonna squeeze you and pinch you. I had to cut a couple notches to get that one out. But then I cut over here and I saw it starting to happen. I just wanted to just start it and then go underneath. And of course it pinched me. So another good reason why you wanna have 2, 3, 4, 20, 100 saws. More is the right number. So we're gonna try to limb this up a little bit better here. And I'm thinking I might even be able to punch a hole right through here too. I'll limb all this out and we can take some of the trees through here. I did cut down that spruce tree right there because it was going to get crushed anyway. Because we want to drop a bunch of these ash trees. Are going to come right through here in this hole. Because they're all, that one and that one and that one, they're all kind of leaning this way. So I'm going to drop them this way. So they're all pretty nice ones. So that's what's going to happen. So we got a hole over there. We could go around that way. Or I think I'm going to open this up and we'll be able to go right out here. So kind of open this up a little bit. So I'm going to unpinch this thing and cut the saw out because that happens. All right, so I got a hole punched right through there, so we can take all this brush. We'll probably stuff it over there, and this will be open. Got a couple to trim here. See, I got a balsam tree here I gotta trim out, and spruce are just terrible. Oh my gosh, you guys that are in Alaska and Canada, all you have is spruce. It's like, wow, nasty. All those limbs. Whew. And then we got a hole punched through over here, so we can kind of make a circle right around here. That's the plan. So we can grab these and come in and pull them out either direction, whichever way they fall best. So I'm going to limb this one out a little bit here. Eric will take the tractor with the grapple, grab this and just pull it down, or he'll pick it up and pull it that way. Pull it over here and we can get it down and cut this one. This one had to go because to make this corner we got to be able to get here. So anyway, that's done. Next, oh boy, I'm almost thinking this other hackberry. That's what this is, in case you guys are wondering. This is a hackberry tree. That's what the bark looks like. Very hacky. Very hacky. It's got a kind of a cool center. It's dark, like a walnut center. It's good firewood. It's not great firewood. It's average. It's probably, I don't know, 20,000 BTUs, 20 million BTUs, whatever that is. And so that would put it above soft maple, above box elder, above probably, well, for sure, aspen, for sure, probably above walnut. So it's probably like elm. It's probably as good as elm, and elm's good wood too, so it's right in that range. Like I said, it's like 20 million BTUs, and oak is like 23, so it's good wood. It's probably about like ash. There you go. That's my comparison. Ash. Yeah, so all these got to come down. So I'm thinking this one right here, I'm going to try to drop right here. We got those limbs there, so maybe I'll cut that ash first, because this ash right here has got some blocking limbs. I think I can get it to go that way, so I'll cut this ash first, and then this hackberry. See the bark? And I get those two down, and boy, all these got to go down. This one right here is an easy one. This bad boy right here. I'm looking straight up right now, so you can see how it curves to the right. And then this one next to it here is kind of leaning that way, so I can drop. I for sure can make it go this way. I can turn it 90 degrees. This one wants to go right into those spruce there, so I'll try to drop that in the same hole. We'll try to put all of them in the same hole pretty much if I can. This one's leaning out over the pond, so it's going to go that way. Those are leaning that way, so they'll fall that way, and then we'll just pull them out. And these are all leaning that direction, so we'll drop them that way and then pull them out and work on them. So kind of make a little landing here. I'm going to trim this spruce up here too to open this up a little bit. It'll look nice with all those dead branches going too. We'll probably make another fire here. Here's what the center of this hackberry looks like. Kind of cool wood. It's got a darker center on it. I cut the stump off low here because it was sticking up a little, because I want to be able to work here. So that's what it looks like. Pretty cool. Very cool pattern. For those of you that do woodworking, probably be getting all excited about this right here, because it's got that flare. We're making a nice little table. Kind of cool looking, huh? All right, back to work. So I just looked at this tree here. The spruce, it's dead. Didn't even know it, so I'm just going to cut it down. That opens that whole lane up there. But I got this leaner, here, so it might actually fall on me. We'll find out right now. Let's see what happens. This will be fun. hanger upper didn't fall on me, so we'll be able to push that over. I tried to make it go in that hole there, but it wouldn't go. It's pretty heavy to the side, so I wanted to go that way real bad. But I tried to make it go over there. I didn't use any wedges, I just figured it didn't matter. Should have used a wedge. Could have put it right where I wanted. Flip that one and knock it off the stump. Yeah, 'cause I can cut the limbs off. cut long enough, I'll cut it. I don't know if it'll fit or not going through. I feel like just drag it. I feel like just drag it out. Leave it whole.
I'll cut it down.
Okay. Well, I got enough gas for one more cut, so I'm going to cut this ash tree, the leaner, and drop it right in that hole where we got all the brush where we've been going in there. So I'm going to cut it right now.